In this video, we'll demonstrate how to properly install a seat cover onto your motorcycle or ATV seat. You'll need a couple of standard tools such as a flat blade screwdriver and a pair of pliers. It's always a good idea to have a pair of safety glasses as well. You'll also need a staple gun with some 1/4-inch staples, and we found that both the mechanical and pneumatic staplers work for this job. Obviously the pneumatic stapler is a little easier, so we'll be using that. This is just one of the cheap pneumatic staplers we picked up for around 30 bucks. If you're using one of these air staplers, it's important to have a regulator to control the pressure in the gun. Too much pressure and the staples will blow right through the seat cover. So the first step in replacing a seat cover is to remove the old cover. Using a flat blade screwdriver, go ahead and pop each staple out of the old seat cover. Next, we'll use some pliers to pull each staple from the seat. Once you've got every staple removed, pull the cover off the seat, and now's a great time to inspect your seat foam. As you can see, this one's a little worn on the edges and then also up top, but all in all the foam looks to be in good condition. If you did have foam that was missing or ripped, you'd want to tape it up or maybe consider replacing the foam altogether, depending on how bad it is. So now we're going to put on our safety glasses and go ahead and remove the new seat cover from its packaging. We picked an Attack Graphics seat cover for this install. Keep in mind each seat and cover will be different and may require a little different process to get it installed. So now we've just got our cover laid out on our seat, and you want to start with the front. Go ahead and slide that front pocket over the front end of the seat. Now just flip the seat over, and while holding it tightly in place, put 3 staples in the front to hold it there in place. When you've got that, we can move to the rear end of the seat. Some seat covers have a pocket stitch for the rear end of the seat, like this one. We're going to slide that over the end of the seat, making sure it's centered on it, and then go ahead and flip it over. In our experience, we found that the stitch pocket rarely pulls the seat cover tight enough to install it. So we're going to pull the seam a little past the end of the seat and throw a few staples in there to hold it in place. And now's a good time to check the sides of your foam. As you can see, this one's been pulled back over the edge a little bit, so we're just going to use a little duct tape to pull it back over and hold it in place as we install the seat cover. A common mistake when installing a seat cover is people will push down on the seat when stapling the back side. Doing this stretches the cover out, and then when you install the seat back on the machine, the cover will have wrinkles in it. Our solution to fix this is place a block of wood under the front of the seat to prevent it from bending and stretching as you install the seat cover. So now we're going to move on to the sides. You want to pull both of them evenly to keep the seat cover centered on the seat. Then go ahead and turn it over, and we're going to throw a couple staples into each side to hold it there in place. It's important to make sure you're constantly pulling the cover back and down to keep it tight around the seat. This will get rid of any wrinkles that appear as you install the seat cover. So once you have both sides attached with a couple staples, go ahead and flip the seat over, and you can see that we have a few wrinkles in the seat cover. This is pretty common for most seat covers, and these will come right out as long as we continue to pull the seat cover back and down. So move back a few more inches and we're going to pull the seat cover again, flip it over, and install a few staples. Do the same thing for both sides so the cover goes on evenly. Now at this point, we're going to remove the 3 staples that are holding the rear end of the seat cover. We're doing this so we can pull the cover a little tighter to get rid of any wrinkles. So now just flip the seat back over and install 3 more staples to hold the cover there in place. Keep in mind this step might need to be repeated multiple times when installing a seat cover. Next, we're going to pull the cover tight again and install a few more staples on each side. We'll staple this side and then move over to the other side and staple that as well. That's one thing you need to keep in mind when installing seat covers is whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other side so it stays even. Now that the back is mostly finished, we'll move up to the front of the seat. Pull it tight and then staple it into place. Install a few staples on the one side and then move over to the other side and put a few over there. You want to switch back and forth while you move up towards the front of the seat, pulling it tight as you go. So once you've reached the front of the seat, you'll see that the cover is just about finished. The next step is to just start working your way around the seat, stapling every inch or so. We'll throw a few staples in here to finish the middle part on this side, and then we'll flip the seat around and do the same thing for the other side. Continue down both sides of the seat, and then when you reach the seat mounts, it might be necessary to cut around them and then staple both sides down, like on this one. So we'll just go ahead and cut out a little spot for both those seat mounts. With some bikes, these seat mounts can be removed to make it easier to staple the cover down to the seat. Staple the one side into place, and then we'll cut the other side out and staple it down into place as well. After we're done with that part, we can pull the rear of the seat cover tight and finish up by stapling it down. And that is all there is to it. We're done with the install. The only thing left to do is cut off the excess material, and you can do this using scissors or a razor blade. Then just install the seat on the bike and go for a ride. If you have any questions about the install, feel free to give us a call at 1-800-336-5437. Rocky Mountain ATV MC is the leader for parts, accessories, and apparel for your motorcycle, ATV, and side-by-side. Thanks for watching.